Hey, Meeks. We have salad stuff, right? Okay. I'm gonna have salad with my next meal, I think. The hardest part about me training for a competition and trying to be like the Jay Cutler people know as a bodybuilder, not as like just a fitness guy, as a competitive bodybuilder, is the amount of calories I need to eat, the consumption of food, because it's consistent. And I still can't eat enough. Like I'm in a deficit now on a daily basis trying to eat enough food. I went to bed at 280 last night and I woke up at 271. But that's how much I lose. I mean, on the stairs, I'll lose 7 pounds. 7 pounds every morning on the stairs, 7 pounds of water. The way I balance everything is what I wake up to and what I go to bed at a lot. When I get to the point where I wake up at the same weight I go to bed at, that's when I know my body's in a good holding pattern. Right now, it's out of control.
He has a pretty big breakfast, actually. But today and for the last few weeks, he's been drinking his egg whites. So 2 cups of egg whites with 1 scoop of protein. Then he has 3 whole eggs, 3 packets of grits, 2 pieces of Ezekiel toast, and coffee. That will probably end soon, though.
No one understands how strict it is being on a mealtime schedule where you can only eat 2.5, 3 hours. The average person should eat at least 5 meals. I think, you know, if you're eating every 3 hours, you have to be able to eat consistently.
I can't fall asleep until he eats his meal, because then he'll forget about it, and he'll wake up like, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and then eat it, but that's too late. So I gotta stay up and make sure he eats it. And it's not easy waking him up if he falls asleep.
Alarm went off, what, 6, 7 times before I got up to eat it. I got up and ate about 3. So I ate at 12 and then I ate at 3, every 3 hours.
Do you want
two toast?
Yeah, I got that. Do you want the cottage cheese?
Yeah, I do. I want to keep it in there.
Okay. You jumping in the
Give him a couple months to get in shape. Get him with your doctor.
Out there, right? When I worked construction in my family business, I was forced to eat very quickly. So now I actually take my time and enjoy my food a lot more because I'm not rushed. But I would only eat like 3 major meals a day. I mean, I was in the pitfalls of what everyone else did or does, you know, and not eat enough, sufficient amount of calories on a continuous basis. So for me, the amount of calories I can eat is just, it's off the textbook. It's hard because you fall like, okay, you have to eat on a diet and you can't eat, you know, everyone cuts processed foods and they eat, you know, no fruit and they can't eat certain things. But with me, if I cut that stuff, I shrink. I can't eat oatmeal and egg whites and fish and, you know, plain potatoes and that kind of stuff. I can't do it. I need to have like a lot of simple stuff in there, like the grits and like sugars after I train and some fruits in there and something fast. If I eat high carbohydrates that are fibrous, like high fiber, it burns. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't hit my body hard enough. Ron, what's up? Yeah, and then on both the east and west side, you have, you know, obviously Teriyaki Boy, which has the Jay Cutler bowl. It's famous for that. I'm always a big fan of 9 Steakhouse at the Palms. STK is also great at the Cosmopolitan. I go there quite often. What's the name of that pizza place next to Kaizen? Joe's Pizza? Joe's Pizza. Of course, yeah, that's the best In-N-Out burger. I just came off the In-N-Out burgers last week. No more In-N-Outs for 12 weeks. Most bodybuilders love to eat. They crave, oh, I gotta eat this, gotta eat that. I have 0 cravings. I have 0 anticipation for any meal that I eat. I don't look forward to eat anything. If you ask me what my favorite food is, I don't have a favorite food. I don't like to eat anything. There's nothing specific that I like. I don't like to eat anything. I don't look forward to any meal at all.
I've been eating, today I ate heavy.
I mean, would you have to go like, back to eat now?
Well, dude, it's hard getting back to eating anyway, you know?
Right.
I mean, I didn't want to come back to this shit, you know? That was the worst part of my job, dude. Was eating, you know?
You're trying to run on no gasoline when you don't eat. You know, how you're gonna have productive workouts. I try to tell people, like, you gotta put as much effort into a diet as you do into your weight training. Everyone goes to the gym, you know, 4 or 5 days a week that's into it. But they don't eat sufficiently enough to fuel that.
I wish, you know, you could take a pill and be able to just avoid cooking or anything like that. Cooking and eating is 5 or 6 hours of my day, no question. You know, and you see that living my life. If you follow me for a day or 2 or 3, you'll see that a lot of my day is the meals.
Are you on your 16 time a day meal plan? 37. 18 and a quarter. Okay, so 54. We work harder to make his clothes. I got to charge him a little extra.
Number one, you got to focus on your food. That's no question. So, you know, you have to make sure you're getting, you know, your protein and, you know, your carbohydrates, your fats, you know, your good fats, whatever. But, I mean, for products alone, I mean, most people are going to buy a protein powder, you know, multivitamin. They might, you know, then they might launch into pre-workouts and, you know, branched chain aminos. And then, of course, number one, fat burner if you're trying to lean out. But, you know, I don't suggest using a fat burner year-round. Pre-workouts and protein, yeah, of course, you know, you can use those year-round. You know, you're talking 3 or 4 products. I mean, it's necessity. It's something that, I mean, I think it's an advantage. You know, if you want to do things right, you got to have the advantage, right? So you have to try to find ways to budget and be able to, you know, fit that extra stuff in there. There's nothing better than chicken on the grill. 10 ounces of chicken. You know, I grew up on a farm, so I mean, I knew food values kind of early. We were never allowed to eat very poorly. And I was in Massachusetts, so the meat that I was getting was very good quality. I mean, I attribute a lot of that to what my success was, because I was buying, like, you know, cows and like chicken breasts from like a real farm. I eat, you know, 100 grand worth of food probably between eating out and eating on a diet. I mean, I'm in Vegas, I go out, I eat out a lot too, you know, when I'm not training. So, I mean, that might not just be for myself, but just saying in general on food, it's my biggest expense probably. You know, I kind of do my thing. I like to stay at home and prep my food. I like to weigh everything. Like, I weigh everything. This is 10 ounces of meat, 12 ounces of potato. I mean, obviously now is a crucial time because I'm in training, so I take it much more serious. When I train, I don't like to eat out that much unless it's catered to what my diet is. This filet steak, right? You can tell the difference how it cooks. I wonder if that other stuff is filet or not. It looks more like flank steak, huh? Just water is good, I think. Thanks. I think I took it to California with me. Yeah, right in the Fusion. How bad is it growing in now?
Oh my God.
Bad? You know, I never had hair on my back until I started shaving, you know that? Ever.
Really? That was a zit.
Oh.
I went over the zit.
You have a zit back there?
Yeah, huge.
Everyone gets
Never had a zit, dude. Ever.
You just popped.
What are you talking about?
I used to have bad zits too, you know. When I eat potato chips, I got zits, you know that?
Did you tell them
Try
about...
some potato chips because they were local where I lived.
Did you tell them about what you used to eat at your mom's house when you would go visit?
Yeah, I used to get zits, dude, when I was like 12.
What did you eat?
try some potato chips.
Tell
They
him
were
what
very
you would
greasy.
eat. Tell him what you would ask your mom to make you every time you went to her house.
Chips and dip.
Chips, what kind of dip?
But a whole
Sour
bag.
cream and onion. I used to eat them for breakfast.
Sour cream?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Ask Mo about the pizza she ate the other night.
Do you have pizza?
Yeah.
Good for you.
See? Someone has to
Listen,
have it.
it's tough, man, because it's like, at some point, like, you want to go eat junk food and you think to yourself, like, what would Jay say? Kind of. Would he be like?
He would say,
I would honestly.
do you really need to eat that?
If I'm on a diet,
That's what he says.
if I'm on a diet though, I'm like thankful if someone can go eat some junk food, you know.
No, of course. No, I'm not saying.
Listen, man, I'm not, I'm not a saint. I've eaten plenty of junk food. I mean, there's no question, you know. I mean, cheesecake and desserts and all that stuff. I like burgers, you know, that's something I do eat, but like having a turkey sandwich and some potato chips is great for me. That's just like a turkey sandwich with some cheese on there. You know, I like cheese, so I mean, for me, it's like I don't really sit there and crave. Okay, well, I would like to have sugar this and sugar that. I mean, I don't get a craving for. I eat Snickers bars once in a while. You know, there was a time when my macros and my nutrition was normal, where I ate on a specific diet day in, day out, and now, you know, I'm just not a control eater where I just eat everything different on a daily basis. So the consistency has to be important as the training. I think I had the best advisors from the day I started, pretty much. From 6 months in, I started working with Chris Aceto, who's a major player in fitness. Trains a lot of top guys, made a lot of guys professionals. You know, brought me to Olympia. Won my first Olympia with him. So I think it's good to hire someone that has some knowledge of some nutrition. Might as well do it right, because the nutrition is almost more important than the weight training is.
That creates the show. Come on. Let's go, Jay. Come on.
Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up.
Mentally, you have to be, I think, a little crazy. People approach me and they say, Jay, what's the secret? What's the secret?
I don't like to eat anything. If you ask me what my favorite food is, I don't have a favorite food. I don't look forward to any meal at all.
You're a living legend. That's what's amazing about what I do. And I'll tell you, Jay Cutler's the greatest of all time.